Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a early LEGO Disney 2024 set review. Today we are looking at set number 43242. This is the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Cottage set. This is retailing for $219.99 USD or $289.99 Canadian. I'm so excited to look at this set. This has just been an emotional roller coaster of the idea submission, getting declined, then being in limbo for a while, and then getting declined, and then finding out about this a really long time ago that this was happening. Is it going to happen? Is it not? Then the movie's delayed. Is it going to be delayed till 2025 with the movie? No, it's here. I look at this thing and just whoosh. I talked about this in the reveal video, but it just takes me back to playing Kingdom Hearts for the very first time, getting that for Christmas when I was young, and this being the first Disney World that you visit. So to have this iconic location here in Lego form is just surreal to me. The minifigures in the set are just crazy. To get all the dwarves in their classic outfits is just nuts. Here's the back of the box showing off the interior as well as some of the play features and details. All right, here's everything all built up, and again, just having this is so surreal. Building this and just some of the details throughout this thing, it was just such an incredible experience. I actually threw on the movie while I was building this, and it just added to the whole experience of building this thing. And I'm so excited to go through and show you some of the functions for this thing, and of course these incredible 9 minifigures. And here's the cottage on its own, and it is just such an immaculate, gorgeous build here. Like, it's just the color scheme, the design of this, the functionality. There's so much to show you and go through with this, but I think the thing that I want to talk most about first is the roof color, because it is so unique what they have chosen to do with this. The hay roof is just incredible. Like, the design of this, using all of these teeth pieces and claw pieces and different things throughout this, is amazing. But then using those slopes and having them interlock and link inside of each other is just amazing. And the texture that creates, like looking at it here from this side, it's amazing. Also, I haven't even said the color scheme of this as well is so great, because they chose yellow as opposed to it being sort of like a tan, dark tan, if they want to be accurate to the actual movie. It makes this thing pop so much more. That's something that you've seen them actually do for Snow White's cottage and other forms of media, games and different things like that. Like, the way that these arches meet there is just amazing. And even over here, the slopes and the angles that they have created is just, it's just amazing. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, look at this section here with that beam going that way over here, and then you've also got this window that can be opened up too. Like, it's just something else. And I love this little tile here that we've got as well, this 1x1 owl print. That's all on these little banisters throughout this whole thing, so that looks great. I tried my best to cover the injection holes every spot that I could. But this here is the largest section, I would say, of the roof. And you actually are able to completely lift it on up to gain access to the inside, which we will look at in a bit. But I just want to show you this on its own again, just to further show you this incredible detail and pattern, and these claw pieces there at the bottom, these rock pieces as well. I didn't say that before, but that is so cool. And the little attention to detail, adding a couple leaves here and there. I love that window that they added as well, and it just sits back on inside there really easily. Also, this is what the very top of the roof point looks like, and same with over here on the smaller section. Last thing I'm going to say about the roof is do not panic when you have extra slope pieces. They give you 2 extra ones of each way, because they are, of course, going 2 different ways. And the instructions actually give you a bit of an idea of what to do here. So you can see on page 248 is when you start building the roof. You can see Grumpy there, and they're saying you're going to get frustrated and angry if you keep them all together. And then what you should do is you should separate them, and you'll be happy, like Dopey there. So you could see separating all the parts, making sure that, the different angled ones are all together. If you just open the bag at the same time and in the same section, like they come separately, so I poured one section over here, kept them in that pile, and then over there, and then it was really easy to go from there. But it all depends on, how you build. Some people separate their bricks right away, but this is how you are able to actually open on up the hut, giving you access to the interior from here, which I think is really cool. Now, this is actually stationary. You can't remove this like the other side. And here's what it looks like from the other side. I just want to show you this. I think that it works really well, just given the fact that a lot of times when they're in like sort of the dining area, there are a lot of times like pointing up at the bedroom, and it seems like it's like to the right. So this layout works really well here. And just to show you how to reattach it, you can just close it on up. I like that it's attaching to this hinge piece from the side. I feel like that's very unique for this opening plate feature. Let's keep going, talking about the exterior. You've got this adorable little birdhouse there, and you can detach the bird there from this little platform. You can see there's a hole. Also, the blue bird being included is also very important because Snow White, of course, sings with that. The main entranceway here looks really, really great. There's so much going on here. Of course, you've got all these little critters out in the front, and then you've got a bucket. So whether or not that's left behind or, you know, pretend maybe the critters are helping clean up the house, you do have this little bench out here at the front, as well as this window that can, of course, be opened on up or into. You've also got a large log over here, and then you've got a couple of smaller logs there to the side. And you could see here on this part the different beams that are going each way. You've also got a little bit of the cobblestone trim you're going to see for the rest of the base of this around the rest of the side of the building. Then you've also got the door here, which I love these new 2024 pieces, as well as the other leaf pieces up at the top. And just the whole design of the door, like the different pieces going that way, looks so great. And then you just easily push it on open, and you could step inside into the cottage. Let's work our way this way. You've got these really cool shutters there, which just look great. These are printed pieces, not stickers. I love the hearts. The whole design of that looks amazing. Love that. Instead of it being a sticker, they did that. You've also got this cute little bench out in the front here. And then this is supposed to be the window, of course, where the old hag will meet Snow White for the first time. I love the ground as well, the different colors of green, and with the sand greens, the bright greens, and the regular green. You've got a couple leaves, some stones there on the floor. I also really like the tree designs here throughout the set. The use of the Rivendell pieces work really well, and just all those plant pieces stacked on top of each other. And coming on down here, you can see how the tree is actually attached down below at the stump. I'm just going to detach this really quickly. It's very easy to do. You can see how it's attached onto those plates. But I love this. I was just talking about this before with the cobblestone trim. It looks so, so great. There are the different angles and the parts being used. All the leaf pieces here look great. The beams again. And you've got that other window that can be opened up. Not quite as much just because of some of the stuff on the inside. But anyways, bringing this back on over, you've got this little table for Doc to inspect the different diamonds and crystals that they are mining. So that's really cool. It's got that little piece here that's on this angle using a superhero stand piece, and I just think that works really well, and the fact that you can slide the crystals. Over here on the other side, I just want to show you the chimney and just how that goes all the way down onto the bottom there. You can see you've also got this tree, which just looks great. Same design that we saw before, but this birch tree I love so, so much. You do have another little birdhouse there, and as you go through, the vine pieces being used in white look amazing. And then you've also got up here at the top this butterfly, which is actually a bright light yellow butterfly which does actually appear in the movie when Snow White first sees the cottage. Down below, I love the stump for this birch tree. You've also got a mushroom there, and then in the back, an axe inside of that barrel, another small tree. And then this here, you can see a bit of a light brick showing, and that is how you activate that for the inside, which you'll see now. All right, so walking on through the front door here, you get access to this dining room section here, which looks great. You've got this giant table there. We've got 7 seats, 7 plates and bowls, 7 cups, and then 2 baguettes there in the front center part there. So the chairs are very easy to detach from their little designated spot there on the bottom. You could easily put the figures there and have them standing on top of these seats. I think something interesting that maybe could have been explored is like having a small leg build like they had from Rivendell. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a build like this, and then you just take the torso and you have them sitting down. So yeah, this seat would probably need a bit of a rework on how they would sit down at the table. All right, so I've replaced the bottom part with a flat tile, and I've moved the seat out just a little bit there, and you could see how that looks with them sitting down. Now, granted, when they are sitting at the table, it is really close, and because there's a table, you won't actually be able to really see, because unlike Rivendell, there's nothing covering them from the front, so I do think just the regular short legs is fine. So if you wanted to, you could actually clear out the table and remove it very easily, and then also, you could stack the chairs. I just think that looks fun. That you could do that, and obviously very easy to detach if you want. But I think having it open like this just helps show you just how large of an interior you've really got. And in behind the door, you do have this clock included as well. So over here in the back, you've got this cup on this extra little seat, and then you've got a barrel. You've also got this broom to help clean up the house. And then over here, like, the attention to detail is great. They've got the sock that is mentioned from the film, like you actually see that. You've also got 2 spoons hanging, that's there in the movie. You've got a candle, a cup, this sort of plate, a couple of logs cut next to the fireplace. And then on the inside there, I don't have to shine a light inside because you've got this. You can see there's a cauldron inside. So the fire is actually going, and she's, of course, making them that stew. And you could see what that looks like, all the pieces being used. All right, coming over here to the next part, you've got this really cool looking carpet. You've got a couple of 3 studs there for you to be able to put figures and attach them there, have them dance around. I love this organ build. The pattern with all of these studs looks great. You've also got all these stickers here on like this log. You've got a squirrel on the end, some bunnies going across, and then of course the piano keys. But you've got this little stand for them to play on, and you could wobble them back and forth as they are playing on the keys. All right, so it's really tough for me to show you this, but that's why it opens on a hinge so you get access to this. But you've got a really cool little faucet there, and that's the sink that they are cleaning all the dishes in. You've also got a couple of cups over there hanging. You've even got a mug up at the very top there as well, at the top of the cabinet. But this little counter, so this is specifically the pie, the gooseberry pie that Snow was working on and making when the queen first meets her through the window. So you've got a spoon, a fork, a cup, and then also there, Grumpy's pie. That is so cool. And that's a print, not a sticker. And underneath there, you've got this little piece of cheese, and I guess that's a hole in the wall for different, you know, you remember the mouse and everything where they're trying to put the cobwebs underneath. And then over there on the other corner, you've got this teapot as well as this keg or barrel, which is just using this piece. It's not a real barrel, which means that there's no transparent studs inside for any liquid. All right, so up here in the rafters, we've got a couple of different things. We've got a chest full of crystals and diamonds. You've got a barrel full of crystals and diamonds. Inside of this box, we've got this cool pearlescent sparkly piece there inside. And then over here, we've also got another box, which has the exact same little pearl crystal inside as well. All right, time to look inside the bedroom. Again, detaching the whole side. You can see there's obviously a lot to go through. We've got over here this lantern. We've got a bucket, which I can only assume is for the bathroom. You've got a candle on this little side night table. And then I love the curtains over here as well. Looks pretty nice. But of course, the main draw is each of the beds, which these beds are so cool for a number of different reasons. First of all, the patterns are great. I love how each of them have their own unique pattern. And then all the pillows, they're also different next to each other. Like you've got one with this 1x2 cheese slope. You've got this slope piece. You've got the double sort of bread pieces, I think is what people call it at Lego. But obviously, one of the other things is this brand new tile. But one of the other draws is this brand new flat tile, which is just so, so cool. But also, on the other side of the bed, they have each of their names. So that was Doc. You've got Grumpy, Bashful, Sleepy, Happy, Sneezy, and lastly, Dopey. And I love how all the bunnies and different animals, they're all Legoized as well. And then up here at the very top, you've got another mug, you do have another sock, and a spider. So here's the other side build of the coffin and a little bit of the forest. Same design for the other trees, which just looks great. You've also got them on these hinges, so you could sort of angle them different ways there down below. Also, you've got a smaller little tree. This tree here looks great. I'm really coming around to these new 2024 leaf pieces. When I first saw them, I was like, I don't know. But I think seeing them here being used this way, it also just the little purple adds a little bit of color here, which I think is nice. But getting this in the set was such a surprise. To get this coffin is just nuts. Like, I did not expect this at all. So in order to get access to the inside, you just separate it here. You can actually separate both sides very easily there. All right, so you take Snow White, you layer down inside there, and then you just put the glass over there and you close it on up. Like, this is nuts to me that this exists in a set. Also, something really cool is that in behind those leaves on both sides is this 1x4 tile here of the Snow White name engraved into the side, and a couple of different animals there on each side. Amazing. Here's one of 2 side builds, and it looks great. This actually is from a different place altogether. This is from the castle. This is not from the forest. You could see that even with the ground color. So it looks great. I love the little birds all there. And then you've also got a little bucket to get water from the well. All the leaves on the top look nice too, how they're all sort of inside and lining up with each other there, filling in the gaps. I think looks great. And all the vines growing, all the flowers, and yeah, it looks great. You've got some water there. I'm just gonna detach it so you can see you got some water down below there at the bottom of the well. I just love the idea of having the area where Snow White and the prince first meet. So here is Snow White, and she's just an amazing figure. I'm so happy that we got her last year. Now with her own set, which is amazing. This hair piece here with the bow is just great. It's this little rubbery piece there, but the facial expression, her smiling or singing, however you want it to be, looks great. Which on the other side, she's got this closed eyes expression there, which is her sleeping. And you can see the back torso printing. It's great. All the different sparkles and everything all throughout this. I will say, when I was watching the film, didn't realize she's actually supposed to have a little bit of like a short black cloak. So it would have been nice if this set did have that, a little bit of a variant between this and the Disney Castle figure. Here's what the set, of course, just calls the Prince, or Prince Charming, Prince Florian. Goes by many names. But yeah, it's a fine figure. It makes sense for him to be here to wake her up and with the well and all that. So it's pretty great. This is the face that I use for my sig fig. So yeah, pretty cool. You've got this shocked or sad expression there on the other side. And you can see the back torso printing. It's pretty simple, but it's got that strap coming over to the back. And here's the evil queen in her old hag form, and this is an incredible figure. I'm so happy that she is here. I will say, like, getting this included in the Disney Icons villain set last year was amazing, and I was so happy about it. She was definitely one of my favorites. I love the use of this hood piece. I think it works so well for her. She's got this creepy expression there. I love the hair coming down onto the torso and this upset expression on the other side. However, now that she's in this set, I wish that could have been another villain in that set. But regardless, I love the basket included as well, and the fact that it can fit a red poison apple inside. Here is Doc. I really love this figure. I love the dual molded arms there for the sleeves. Looks great. And you can see here this hat. It's actually an old gnome piece that they've brought back here in dark tan, which looks really great. Also got a brand new beard there. I love the face. I think some people do want, they wish that there was the nose, but I think it works without as well. And you can see this happy expression on the other side. Here's what the back torso looks like, as well as removing the beard. You could see the front with the collar. Also, his accessory here is this hammer. And here's Bashful. Really love this figure. The new beard piece is awesome. I love the hat here as well in sand green. And removing that, you get a better look there at his face. Oh my goodness, the little blushing expression is just so cute. You could see there on the other side, he's got this even bigger smile there, an open smile. And here's what the torso looks like there. You can see the collar, and then on the back there as well. Love this figure. And here is Sleepy. So cool. I love this new hat piece here that they've created. This is actually appearing in the Medieval Town Square set. So this comes out on March 1st in sand green as well. But the new beard looks great. And on the other side, you can see he's yawning and the eyes are closed. I love how you can see the mouth open, the tongue, and just that one tooth sticking out. Love the torso, the collar printing there, and the back torso looks great. And here is Sneezy using the shorter beard piece, and you've got that hat in dark yellow, which looks great. Got a pickaxe, and then this expression here is him about to sneeze. And then on the other side, you can see he's let the sneeze on out. And this is what the torso looks like without it being covered up. And here is Happy, who looks really great. I love, again, that hat being recolored in dark yellow is awesome. And you can see that underneath he's got big bushy eyebrows there. I love that expression on the front, and he's got this other happy expression on the other side. You can see how one side has teeth and the other side doesn't, but that's what the torso looks like there. And then you've also got a pickaxe here for him as well. And here is Dopey. Amazing. Really, really great part usage, I think, there for the ears and the hat. Like, the elf piece, I think, works well. It's not as pointy for an elf that you would think. Like, it is quite rounded, which works well, I think, for Dopey. And you could see the torso looks great in this color. The big smile there. And then on the other side, an even happier expression and a little lip mark there at the top from Snow White kissing him on the forehead. And here is Grumpy, and I'm going to be grumpy about him. I'm going to be honest. He's my least favorite looking figure because of the color choices here. I don't know why they chose this color hat here in dark orange. It doesn't make sense to me if you look at the original movie. To me, it looks like dark brown. But if they want to go with reddish brown, that's fine. It just, the hat and the legs should have been the exact same color. I think as well, the face, it's actually quite similar, the two expressions there. I don't know, a bit of a hard time like deciphering what the difference is. I guess the smirk or the upset expression is just on opposite sides. I think it would have been cool to maybe have one with, you know, his eyes closed or something, like when he's pouting and looking away. And here's what the figure looks like without the beard on, the torso, as well as his face there. I don't know, I think I'm being hard on this just because he's one of the most iconic and memorable ones that I think, like, you see t-shirts and it's just so much merch on him. I think it would have been really important to make sure that they got him just perfect. All right, so here is the instructions, and let's go through and talk about it. You could see here we've got this really cool, you know, reference shot of the original cottage. This is what I mean. Like, the colors are just so bland and boring. But look, see, there's the butterfly I was mentioning before. You could read about the cottage, and then you've also got this picture here of the designer with the scent, a little blurb about him, and a quote. And you've also got here some pictures of like the promotional stuff for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which, if you didn't know, it was actually Disney's first fully feature animated film. So it was revolutionary. But yeah, that's it. No advertisements or anything else. Cute little picture of the two of them meeting at the well on the back. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is my review of the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Cottage set. I love this thing so much. I think that this is just an incredible set. Even if you take away the aspect of it's a Disney set, it's got all these classic figures in here. I think that the actual model is great. This dollhouse effect of opening it up and the roof and everything, the colors here, it's just amazing. The minifigures in this set are just amazing. Like, the fact that we are getting all 7 dwarves here in minifigure form is just a dream come true. I'm so happy that they didn't go the Little Mermaid route, and this is based off of the classic film, not the live-action remake, because this is just so special, and I'm blown away by this set. But what do you think of it? Be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so that you don't miss out on future LEGO Disney set news and reviews. There are other Disney sets launching on March the 1st that I'm excited to look at and share with you guys very soon here. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.